Hello, hello. My name is Terri Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist. I specialize in helping business women build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. I'm so excited. If this is your first time catching me live, I'm easily excited, right? And if this is not your first time watching me live, you know I've been going live on social media since 2021. And at the recording of this video, at this time, right now, it is 2024. And I have just been thinking about where I started and where I am and what I've been able to accomplish over the last few years since I first did my first 21-day live challenge. Now, if you've been watching me for some time, you know at least once a quarter, I go live, and I go live consistently giving you tips, tools, and strategies to help you on your wealth building journey. Now, if you are a guy and you are watching this, you know, I am able to help you as well, but my specialty is for business women, women about their business, self-employed women, because that's who I've been called to serve on a greater level. So I also want to share with you that I can help you have six-figure retirement streams over six-figure retirement dreams. And today I am speaking to you about vision casting. Vision casting, because we can look at all the things that have happened in 2024 and say, you know what, this was a great year, or this was not the year I expected it to be. But the truth of the matter is, all of 2024 taught us something. As a matter of fact, it taught us a lot of something. It taught us what to do more of, what not to do, what to do less of, right? And so I am really grateful for my 2024. At the recording of this video, at the time that I'm recording this video, we only have 6 weeks left. 6 weeks left in 2024. And so as we get ready to shut the door on 2024, we can say that, you know what, there are some things that went well. There are some things that could have gone better. But as we get ready to go into 2025, it is time for us to get very, very clear on our vision. It is time for us to get very, very clear on what we want to celebrate in 6 months. Because a lot can happen in 6 months. A lot can happen in your personal life. A lot can happen in your financial life. A lot can happen in your business life in 6 months. I'm a living witness. Ask me how I know, because a lot has happened to me in the last 6 months. I have grown a lot. I met with a client today for lunch, and I shared with her, oh, ma'am, I am not the same person that I was 5 years ago. When I first left my job, when I got my last W-2 check in November of 2019, I'm not the same person. I've grown so much. And I'm not just saying that I've grown financially, which I have grown financially, but I've grown spiritually, I've grown personally, I've grown socially, I've grown emotionally. Like the things that used to knock me off my rocker don't knock me off my rocker anymore. Like in certain situations, my feelings would have been really hurt. Now, I sit back, I'm chill, I'm cool as a fan, because my focus is on my future. My focus is on my future. And at the end of the day, I actually have a lot more control over my destiny than I used to realize. I actually can cast my vision, and I can actually speak what I want to happen, and that thing can very well come to pass. See, here's the thing. 6 months ago, I was not able to say that I have hosted my first multi-day conference. For those of you who are new to my space, last month, I hosted the first Attract Abundance Conference in Frisco, Texas. It was 2 full days with a VIP reception on the welcome day, which was that Thursday night. I did that last month. But 6 months ago, I was only vision casting, Shout out to all the people who were at the Attract Abundance Conference. If you made an appearance at the Attract Abundance Conference, drop a "I was there" in the comment section. Just the "I was there, I was there, I was there." I want to celebrate you again. I want to celebrate all of y'all. I want to shout you out for the rest of the year. I was there, because here's the thing. Everybody who was at the Attract Abundance Conference, they were a part of my vision, and they heard me vision casting. And because I was vision casting, they were able to say, you know what? I believe in the vision, or I don't believe in the vision. So for all of you who were there, say, I was there. Okay. Now I am having a little technical difficulty, so I can't really see who is commenting right now, but that's okay. I am going to go back and thank you. So if you were there at the Attract Abundance Conference, you could say, I was there. It looks like a comment is there. I need to remove. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I didn't want to show that. Okay, anyway, I was there. That's what you're going to say. I was there. So when I had the Attract Abundance Conference, even though I had done luncheons, I've done lunch and learns, I've helped other people with their events, I've spoken at different conferences, I've gone to multiple conferences across the country. I had my first conference last month because I cast the vision and then I worked towards that vision. So 6 months ago, it was here. 6 months later, now we're in November, it's a thing of the past. It is something that happened. So it is very important for you to get very clear on what you want to happen in the next 6 months. In the next 6 months, you may want to double your monthly income. You can do that. You may want to triple your average monthly income. You can do that in 6 months. You may want to put more money into your retirement plan. You can do that. You may want to get more certifications and more credentials. You can do that in the next 6 months. You may want to get promoted. You may want a new job. You may want to get into a new home. You may want a new car. Guess what? That can happen in the next 6 months. You have to get really, really good at vision casting. My question to you is, what do you want to celebrate in the next 6 months? Go ahead and put it in the comment section of this video. Even if you're watching the replay, by the way, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and type #replay. I want you to put in the comment section, what will you celebrate in the next 6 months? Because I want you to actually make the declaration, and I want you to make it very clear, and I want you to make it very plain. In the next 6 months, I will be celebrating X, Y, and Z. Because 6 months ago, I can tell y'all where I was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was in Jamaica, and I was talking to a group of business women about this conference that I was going to put together. And that this conference that was here that I was going to execute. While I was in Jamaica, I started making videos and reels speaking about the Attract Abundance Conference, even though it was a vision. It was all a dream, right? But I knew I was going to be celebrating 6 months later, having completed my assignment to host, to execute, to oversee the Attract Abundance Conference. My question for you is, what will you celebrate in the next 6 months? There's a lot of things that are going on right now. Some people are discouraged. Some people are distracted. Some people are discombobulated because of things that are happening in our country, in our homes, in our cities. And I'm telling you right now, if you want to get a new fire, if you want to ignite a new fire, you need to focus on what you will celebrate in 6 months. I said 6 months. I don't want you to wait until you go to somebody's vision board party and start having your arts and craft moment. No, I want you to focus right now on what is it that you will celebrate in 6 months. I was listening to a live earlier by Chanel Evans, and she said that. She was like, what will you celebrate in 6 months? I was like, yeah, that's it. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to focus on what will we celebrate in 6 months. I'm going to tell you something else that wasn't true for me 6 months ago, but it's true for me right now. See, 6 months ago, I wasn't doing monthly webinars where I was converting at more than 50% every time I did the webinar. I wasn't doing that 6 months ago. Why? Because I just wasn't doing webinars like that. But now I do webinars and I'm converting at least half the people on the webinar. That is a high percentage. For those of you who don't know, webinars don't convert. Free webinars don't convert that high usually. They don't. Mine have been doing that. 6 months ago, it wasn't happening because I wasn't doing it. But 6 months later, I'm like, I'm doing it. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this shameless plug here. If you want to learn how to retire wealthy and you are a business owner, if you are self-employed and you know that you want to retire wealthy, I highly recommend that you go to jointerri.com and you can click on the link that will take you to the Retire Wealthy webinar. Yeah, all business owners deserve to retire wealthy because we work hard. Now, for the people that say they don't work hard, let me tell you something. They don't work hard because they used to work hard. Okay, they've gotten to the point to where they don't have to work hard anymore, or they're lying. Okay, or they're lying. We work hard as business owners. If you think that in 2025 you're going to be a full-time entrepreneur because you want to work less hours and you want to be laid on the beach looking cute, guess what? I'm here to tell you that may not be your reality in 2025. You may not be able to just lay on the beach all the time and look cute until 2027 because it's a lot of work. And if you do make a lot of money and then you don't do the things that got you the money in the first place and keep up that momentum, it may hurt your cash flow if you're not ready for a break. That's why I posted. It is so funny. Someone made a comment on a post that I made last September of 2023. I made a post and I said, I'm planning right now so that in 2025, I can take a sabbatical and give that to myself as a 35th birthday present. Notice I said I'm working in 2023 so I can take a sabbatical for my 35th birthday. See, I'm a real person. I'm a real person. I'm a real business owner. I'm a real insurance agency owner. I'm a real business coach. I'm not about to lie to you. If you come to me and say, Terri, can I do X, Y, and Z? I'm going to say, well, here's what I believe. Here is what I see. Here is what I have experienced. And you can take this information how you want to take it. I'm not about to tell you that because last month was my highest month in income, I'm not about to tell you that I really did all of that in a month. Because the truth of the matter is, I started planting seeds at the beginning of the year. And my harvest came up in October. But the funny thing is, I said that it would. I started saying October is going to be my biggest month of the year. October is going to be the biggest month of my career. October is going to be the month in which my business will generate multiple streams from multiple sources, and it's going to exceed the month in which I've had my highest income. And guess what? It happened because I vision cast it. I cast the vision. And then I not only cast the vision, but I start working towards that vision. I actually put the thing on paper, right? I put it on my spreadsheet. Those of you who coach with me, y'all know I love my spreadsheets. The people who were working the Attract Abundance Conference behind the scenes, they know I love my spreadsheets. If you worked with me when I was a principal, you know I love my spreadsheets. I put it in the book. Right? Put in a book. Shout out to Silent for these beautiful notebooks. This is one of my carriers. They love sending me stuff like this. I love this notebook, by the way. But anyway, I'll put it in my notebook. Put it on the spreadsheet, put it on my whiteboard. I got 2 whiteboards in the other room there. I put it out in the atmosphere. I've said it on lives before. I've said it on reels before. I've said it when I'm out and about because I was vision casting. But I didn't just say the thing, because some people are like, you got to speak that thing into existence. Yes, you do have to speak that thing into existence. But faith without works is dead. You got to go to work like that thing is really going to happen. Because the truth of the matter is, if I just said the Attract Abundance Conference is going to happen, then guess what? It wouldn't have happened. I have to do more than just say it's going to happen. I had to work towards it. Even though I could not run ads, even though Facebook deleted over 80 of my posts, even though I couldn't post the link attractabundanceconference.com on Facebook or Instagram, it got blocked. I didn't run one ad. I didn't sell one ticket on Eventbrite. I still had to work towards my vision that I casted. And here is the secret to making sure that your vision becomes a reality. When you are vision casting, you have to make sure that you have strong leadership skills, because if you don't know how to lead, your vision is not going to become a reality. See, when you are vision casting, you got to vision cast for the people that are in your household. If you're married, if you have children, if you're like, okay, so we're going to have more money in our emergency fund. We're going to have more money in our retirement accounts. We are going to pay off debt. Whatever your financial goal is, you need to put that vision on paper, but then you also need to communicate it with the people who can affect whether or not that vision happens. Your children and how they understand and how they spend money, it affects your vision. Your spouse, your spouse is in your house. Well, for most people, your spouse is in your house. And so your spouse needs to understand the vision too, so that you can be working towards that thing together. I meet with several couples. That's why I say men, of course, I have male clients. I have a lot of male clients. And as a matter of fact, when I meet with a businesswoman, if she is married, her husband is a part. He's a part of the wealth building equation, whether or not I meet him directly or not, because he's a part of it, right? So when you are vision casting, you have to have strong leadership skills, and you have to share it with the people who affect your vision. Now, you've heard me say before that you need a financial dream team. If you don't have a financial dream team, you need to pull that financial dream team together and then tell your financial dream team what your vision is. Long before I even knew that the name of my first conference was going to be the Attract Abundance Conference, I told my CPA, I'm going to host a conference. She was like, oh, Terri, you have so many ideas. I'm like, I know, and it's going to happen. And it's going to happen. She was like, write on a sticky note, put it on your whiteboard. Because she already knew, like, regardless of what she said to me, if it didn't happen that year, which it didn't happen that year, if it didn't happen that year, it was going to happen in the near future because I said it. So I let her know, like, hey, I know you see me doing these. I know you see me working on this. I know you see me working on that. But just know I'm working towards a conference. I told her that last year. I'm working towards a conference next year. Your financial dream team need to understand your vision so that they can support you. If I am a part of your financial dream team, I want to understand your vision so that I can support you. If I'm not a part of your financial dream team and you want me to be, you can send me a DM, or you can book a time to meet with me. I'll put my link here at the bottom. And let's talk. Let's talk about your finances. A financial needs analysis is free. A retire wealthy consultation is free. You have nothing to lose. We will get on a Zoom and we will talk, and we will see if we're a good fit for each other. It's that simple. It's that easy, right? If you like me, we'll move forward. If I feel like you're a good fit and I have what you need, we'll move forward. If we're not a good fit, it was nice meeting you. You actually lose nothing. You lose nothing for booking a free consultation with me for your financial needs analysis. So again, when you are vision casting, you want to make sure that you're telling the people who can affect, even positively or negatively, your vision becoming a reality. So again, the people that are in your household, your financial dream team. We talked about this at the conference, man. It was so good. If you're watching and you came on late and you were at the Attract Abundance Conference, just go ahead and put in the comment section, I was there. I'm seeing that people are watching, and I'm seeing that I have likes and loves, but I can't see the comments right now. Oh, yes, I can see a few now. Yeah. Hi, Tiara. Tiara said, hey, Terri. Hi, Tier, oh my gosh, Tier, I saw a clip of the video from the conference where you were speaking, Queen, and it moved me. It really, really moved me. When you spoke and you gave your testimonial, like in the room, I wasn't in the room at that moment, but when I saw that on video, I was like, oh my gosh, like, yo, I watched the footage and I cried. Y'all haven't seen the footage yet because we putting this thing together so y'all can see the bigness of what happened in that space. Gretel, hey, Gretel, all the way in Florida. Dee Dee Hill, hello, beautiful. I saw you had an event this weekend. I'm sure it went well. I was there. Tiara said, I was there. It was just one of those things where I can tell you how great it was. You can watch the videos, you can watch the lives, you can see the pictures, you can watch the testimonials, but it was just one of those things where you had to be there, y'all. And when I tell you that the enemy came up against everything, in every way, for this conference not to be what I envisioned, he did. Even with the outfits. Most of the outfits I wore, I had in my closet because the things that I wanted to wear, I couldn't wear. Yo, there's one woman, she can tell you, I was in the room and I was supposed to wear a green suit. Now, I wore a green jumpsuit because that was already in my closet, but I was supposed to wear a green suit. Day 2 of the conference, I'm looking in the mirror like, this is not fitting right. And I knew it wasn't going to fit right because it didn't come in time for me to get it altered. I ordered another size, and when that size came in, I had to send that size back. And then by the time they did send it to my house, they sent it late. And I was staying in Frisco. And for those of you who don't know, I live an hour from Frisco. So I was like, I'll just handle it in the morning. Y'all, my oven blew up. It was all kind of stuff that happened. I was like, what in the world is happening? But you know what? I still had to go towards the vision. I knew what my vision was. I was like, you know what? I can't wear this green tailored suit that is so fly that I want to wear because I didn't have time to get it tailored. So I'm just going to pull something green out my closet and put it on. And guess what? I kept working towards the vision because in my vision, there were a lot of things that were going to happen in that room. And I had to make sure that those things happened, regardless of what I wore. Regardless of all the things that were not going as planned, I had to keep on working towards the vision. Dee Dee Hill said, I came on to show you love and let you know that you are needed, and I am proud of you. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Dee Dee. For those of you who don't know, my primary love language, my first one, is words of affirmation. So I appreciate the kind words. And then it's physical touch and quality time. They tie. Okay, they tie. They're right under words of affirmation. Words of affirmation, when I took the quiz some time ago, words of affirmation was like 9, and then quality time and physical touch is like 8. Like it's like right there. They're right there. Okay. Let's see. Tiara, I am walking normal. Whoo! Thank you, Jesus. I am walking normal again. The power of prayer. Y'all, y'all just had to been there. Y'all just have to have been there. I am so excited to hear that news that you are walking normal again. And I'm going to put this little plug here. I'm not going to say too much because she don't want me to say too much. But I got a friend who has a son who's fighting for his life. So for those of you who was there and y'all got praying power, pray for this young man. I won't say too much, but all I would say is he's fighting for his life. He's had multiple surgeries and he got to get another one. Okay, so let's keep the prayers flowing. Let's keep the healing power flowing and going. People were like, oh my goodness, like I knew it was going to be a good business conference, but I didn't know there was going to be such a strong element. And I was like, well, my mom always said what's in you is going to come out of you. So y'all got what was in me. God told me to give y'all everything. There were times I sat on the stage and I just literally rocked back and forth and just spoke whatever God told me to speak at that moment. And people's lives were changed. There were things that didn't go the way I originally planned. And so I tweaked it like in that moment, or I tweaked it the day of or the day before, and it went so much better. See, I knew that I wanted people to understand their money personality types, but it wasn't until they got closer to the event. See, there were some people who, I'm just going to say this, there were people who learned their money personality type, and I actually planned that in June. But it wasn't until I got closer to the conference to where I was like, you know what? Everybody who has a certain money type, they need to meet each other. So I gave them an opportunity to meet each other. People with your money type, you need to understand. Y'all need to understand each other. Y'all need to meet each other. that was given to me. That was part of my vision. And when it happened, y'all, it changed the game. Even in my surveys and me speaking to people, that was one of the most memorable, dynamic parts of the conference. But I had the vision. I communicated my vision, and I executed on that vision. So as we're speaking about vision casting, I said that it's important that you have strong leadership skills, and it's important that you share it with others and you inspire others to work towards your vision too. Like, you can't just have a vision and it just be a secret to everybody. Now, I know there are some things that you're not supposed to share with anybody, right? Except the people that God has put in your path to help you make the vision become a reality. Don't think that the Attract Abundance Conference became what it was without me having some support. I had to have a director of operations. That was Omikio Tucker. Shout out to Omikio. I met Omikio at a conference last year. I met with her last year. She responded to a post that I made in the Business Women Building Wealth group, and I think it was February or March of this year. And God showed me, and he told me when I went to her event, she's the one. She's the one that's going to make sure that your vision becomes a reality, so that when you are working in front of the scenes, the things that are going on behind the scenes are happening the way it's supposed to happen. See, when I showed Omikio my vision the best way possible, without me having pictures of the Attract Abundance Conference, without me having, y'all, when I first met with Omikio on that Sunday, we had brunch. I have anything. But this right here. All I can do is tell her what I saw and what my vision was, and she gave me her yes. So you have to be good at vision casting. You have to be good at having discernment and knowing who to share your vision with, and making sure that when you're sharing your vision, you're sharing the vision with the people who are going to help your vision become a reality. For those of you who don't know, I am a business coach. If you feel that I am a person who can help your vision become a reality, we need to talk. You may not can tell your friends. You may not can tell your frenemies. You may not can tell your family. You may not be able to tell those Debbie Downers that are always around you. You need to get away from them. You may not be able to tell those haters, like you may not be able to tell your sorority sisters who you thought had your back, but they really don't like you. You may not be able to tell them. But when you are my client, when you are called to me and I'm called to work with you, then guess what? It's my responsibility to make sure that the vision becomes a reality. Like that's part of my calling. That's part of what I'm here to do. Okay, it's part of my gifting, and I accept it. I gave God my yes. That's part of it. That's part of it. So here's the thing: when you are good at vision casting, you have clarity. You have clarity of purpose. You have clarity of your objectives. You have clarity on what you want to measure. You're able to backwards plan, and you have clarity on where you are going. I have one of my coaching clients. I spoke with her this weekend. She said, Terri, I'm thankful for an abundance of clarity. I said, man, that's powerful, because I can remember when I wasn't clear. I can remember how me not being clear actually held up me living out my purpose-driven life. I can remember when I wasn't clear, how I was confused and my money slowed down because I was literally all over the place. I was having shiny object syndrome. I was trying to do everything that everybody else was doing instead of me having clarity. But when you are vision casting, you have to have clarity. You have to have clarity. If you do not have clarity and you're just shooting in the dark, and you just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks, I'm telling you right now, you are not going to be celebrating all the things you want to celebrate in 6 months. If you came on late, there is still time for you to actually write in the comment section of this video what you will be celebrating in 6 months. I will be celebrating X, Y, and Z. Go ahead and make it plain. Put it out into the atmosphere. I will be celebrating this in 6 months. Because 6 months ago, I said I will be celebrating, have completed my first multi-day conference. hosted by me, keynote speaker me, right? Title sponsor me, TNA Financial Group. I said that 6 months. Lord, what's in you is going to come out of you. I am still very country, I know. 6 months ago, I said that that's one of the things I was going to be celebrating, and guess what I'm celebrating now? If you were there at the Attract Abundance Conference, go ahead and put in the comment section, I was there. I was there. Let me check these comments. Praying. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you for praying. Thank you for praying. Gretel said, the vision is so important. Nothing can stop the plans for the vision to happen. Yes, we're praying. Yes, thank you. I shared your live in the She Affirm page. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you for sharing. That means somebody else needs to hear this message so they can get clear, so they can start celebrating their wins and start working towards the vision. Thank you for sharing, Dee Dee. Habakkuk 22, Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain. That's what she wrote. So that men may run, and when they see it, they may run. That's what the verse say. Don't forget the second part. Like when people actually see it and hear it, they may run. Like there were people running. There are still people running after attending the Attract Abundance Conference because it was good. It was good. It was clear. She said, that's so good. I will be celebrating my financial freedom. Yes. Whatever that means to you, Greta, you already working towards it. I'm happy for you. I will be celebrating purchasing a new home. Yes, Dee Dee. I'm celebrating with you. I'm celebrating with you. What will you be celebrating in the next 6 months? I'm going to give you all a few more tips, and then I'm going to wrap up this live. Can y'all tell that I'm excited about going live? It's been a minute since I went live. I actually was going to go live for 21 days before my conference, but I didn't want my voice to be gone, and I felt like God was telling me to be quiet, move quietly. So I started moving quietly right before the conference, and so now I'm back to my 21-day lives. Okay, so inspire. When you are vision casting, you have to be able to inspire, right? You have to be able to inspire. And you're like, well, inspire who? Inspire the people that's going to help your dream become a reality. And you have to make sure you have a good, solid team. If you have a big vision and you are saying things like, I don't like working with people, I'm not a people person, then you don't like reaching goals. You don't like going to new heights. You don't like making a difference. Like, even the people that you don't like, the public figures, the politicians, the celebrities, the billionaires, the millionaires, the people that you don't like, they still got people who believe in their vision. They still have people who are inspired, and because of them being inspired, they help them make their vision become a reality. It's actually not a secret. It's not a secret. You gotta like some people. You gotta deal with some people. Nobody gets to the top alone. They may say, "Oh, it's lonely at the top." Don't let them fool you. No, it ain't. No, it's not. It doesn't have to be lonely. And the people who are at the top, they didn't get there by themselves. So as we get ready to close out the rest of 2024, I hope that this video has inspired you to get very, very clear on what your goals are for the next 6 months and the actions that you need to take in order for those goals to become a reality. And let me say this, you must have a sense of urgency. You must have a sense of urgency. You have to create a sense of urgency within your own vision, within your own self. Like, you got to speak to yourself. All right. And then you got to speak to your audience. You got to speak to your tribe. You got to speak to your client. You got to give people an understanding that there is a sense of urgency here. Procrastination is not of God. Procrastination is you saying that God is required to give you more time to do what you know you need to do. How dare you put God in that seat? Absolutely not. God don't owe you anything. God don't owe us anything. He don't owe us another day. He don't owe us another hour. He don't owe us another dollar. God owes us nothing. Let me say that again. God owes us nothing. There's a song. There's a song, y'all. When I listen to that song, I typically like sing and shout and cry. I'm a crier. Like I'm a shouter and I'm a crier. So if I come to your church and I start singing and then I start crying and I start shouting, just leave me alone. Just let me be. I promise you, I'm okay. There's this song that says, if the Lord never does anything else for me, he's done enough. Oh, I love that song. He's done enough. So if God never does anything else for us, he has already done enough, which means he owes you no more time. If he told you to do a thing and you playing around with your gifts and talents, he can give that thing to somebody else and you're going to watch somebody else execute what he gave to you first, because he owes you nothing. He owes you no more time. He owes you no more dollars. He owes us no more days. I don't know who this is for, but I just felt compelled to say that. There's a sense of urgency in you doing what you need to do. There's a sense of like it has to be done, and it has to be done now. You don't get to say, well, I'm going to start in 2028 because I don't feel I'm ready yet. If God have already showed you the blueprint, he showed you the team, he's given you all the resources that you need to get started, and you are waiting until 2028 because you are not confident enough, then it is your job to borrow my confidence and hear this video and see this as your sign to not wait. Because there should be a sense of urgency. We are not promised tomorrow. That's why I tell people to get life insurance. That's why I tell people to get accelerated living benefits. Because even with the accelerated living benefits, if you become ill with a critical, chronic, or terminal illness, you can use money from your policy and use that money to fund your business, fund your life, fund your next project. Whatever it is that you need to do, pay off your home, pay off your debts. You need that life insurance. Don't wait until you think that the doctor found a lump in your breast and then try to get life insurance. It's too late. I mean, it's not too late to get life insurance, but it's too late to get what you would have gotten. At that moment, you'll probably get a guaranteed issue policy. But you're not about to get that $1 million policy that you would have gotten for a few dollars a month. You're not gonna get that. Not after they have on your medical record that you got a lump in your breast, and then you want to go run and get a $1 million policy. No, get a $1 million policy now. I don't know who this is for. I'm just saying. If those of you who have a life insurance license, I'm gonna say this. If you go to jointerri.com, let me go back to my other banner at the bottom. If you go to jointerri.com, there is a link for a webinar, and that webinar is for people who have a life insurance license, who had a life insurance license, or who's thinking about getting a life insurance license. Y'all, having a life insurance license changed my life. It changed my life. And if you have a life insurance license and you are not using it and God told you to use it, I highly recommend that you register for that free webinar. That free webinar may be the answer to your prayer. That free webinar is hosted by me. I've been licensed since 2015. Next year, it'll be 10 years. I can't believe it. It'll be 10 years since I've been licensed. And I didn't even run hard when I got my license initially, right? I didn't even really start building my business until a few years later. But I'm here to tell you, I didn't want to tell people I sold life insurance. That is not what I wanted to do. But I know that's part of my calling. That's part of what I'm here to do. 9% of us in this industry make it. The other 91% do not make it. They quit. And if you have a license and you're looking for a way to utilize that license, I'm going to tell you right now, use the license. Use the license. Because having a life insurance license and helping people get life insurance is really not about you. It's not about you. It's about your client. It's about them. I met with my client for lunch today, and I even shared with her. I was like, here's your IUL. This is how much you're paying per month. And this is your target premium. This is your actual premium. I actually showed her. I showed her, I said, this is what my commission would be based off of if I structured your policy one way. But because you have goals and desires to use this policy as an infinite banking plan, then this is what my commission is. Less than half. But I wrote this policy this way because this is for you. This is not for me. If you have a life insurance license and you're not using it, go ahead and register for the Leveraging Your Life Insurance License webinar, because there are people out there that need you. And believe it or not, you actually helping people get policies could be the thing to fund your vision. I even mentioned it on my post today. When I looked and I saw that my ticket sales were not going to be what I projected, I said, well, I got to make this money up somehow. I went on a writing spree. And I helped those clients. And as I helped those clients, those commissions that were made helped fuel and fund the Attract Abundance Conference. You see how all that worked together? So my last question, I say again, it's the same question. I'm going to ask it one more time. What will you celebrate in 6 months? What will you celebrate in 6 months? Get very clear. Don't wait until January. Don't wait until you go to somebody else's vision board party. What will you celebrate in 6 months? If you're looking for a business coach that really, really cares about you and who is not going to put you in a place where you feel like a number, who's going to take your money and you're not able to reach out to them, who is going to, let's see, what are some other things? Who's going to take your money and not be able to help you? You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? I got one more spot open. I was told open up one more spot. I said, okay, I can take one more spot. I got one more spot for my 90 days of unlimited coaching. And if you know that you want that spot, you could go to jointerri.com. You can book a time with me. You could send me a DM and say, Terri, I need that spot. For 90 days of unlimited coaching, it is $5,500. And guess what? There are payment plans available. If you do the buy now, pay later option, it's only a few $100s a month. But I guarantee you, I'm going to show you how to get that money back. I'm going to show you how to get that money back. I got one spot left. If you know that that spot is yours, you make sure you reach out to me so that I can tell you what that process looks like for the unlimited laser coaching. If you know that you need to be on one of those free webinars, go ahead and get on. JoinTerri.com. You can get on the Business Owners Deserve to Retire Wealthy webinar. It is free, $99. Or you can get on, if you have a license, had a license, thinking about getting a license, you can get on the Leveraging Your Life Insurance License webinar. It is free, $99 as well. Man, I'm the advocate and the coach and the consultant that I wish I had. I wish I had me when I started. Ooh-wee. But it's all good. Everything that I went through was purposeful in creating the person that I am today. Okay, so I went through those things so I can be better for you. Okay, all right. So Jessica Deanna, thank you so much, Jessica. Jessica said, amazing. Greta said the time is now. Amen. Thank you for this live. You are welcome. So I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for commenting. I hope that this has been beneficial for you. And I actually will go live again tomorrow because this is day 1 of my 21-day live challenge. And I'm going to wrap it up with saying, have a marvelous, and well, if you're watching the replay, it may not be Monday, but for those of you who are watching it on Monday, have a marvelous money-making Monday. Adios.